Hello there guys, my name is Dennis Rosenberg and today I'm going to be doing a comparison video while at the same time reviewing two lenses. If that's something you're interested in, then stay tuned and enjoy. This was the first lens that I got and it was used, really used. It had lived a life. At this point I feel like any review I make comparing any lens to this particular AF-S 70-300 is unfair because the lens is old. And it's old, so the actual make is old and then the actual body is old and used, and it's been dropped a lot. The AFP and the AF-S, look at them side by side. The AFP 70-300mm is 24 ounces. In terms of like how far away you can be from your subject and still be able to focus, the AFP is 3.9 feet from your subject, while the AF-S is 4.9 feet from the subject during the entire zoom range. Alright, so the first lens we're going to look at, we're actually going to look at both of them at the same time, but the one that I'm holding right now is the AF-S VR Zoom-Nikkor 70-300mm f4.5 to 5.6G IF-ED. And now the AFP is a full frame lens, which means you can use it on APS-C and full frame cameras without any problem. There's no drop in quality and there's no up in quality in terms of resolution and all that. Now a lens like this, 70-300mm, it's actually 105 to 450mm. That means that at 70mm you're actually at 105mm, and at 300mm you're actually at 450mm on an APS-C sensor camera or a DX body. It's the AF-S VR Zoom-Nikkor 70-300mm f4.5 to 5.6G IF-ED. It's $499.95 US, approximately $500, and this is the manufacturer's suggested retail price. So that means that when you go to other websites like Adorama, B&H, Amazon and all that stuff, like wherever else you're gonna go and try to buy this lens, Nikon suggests that that should be the base price. Some people will go below it, other people will go above it. This is the Nikon price that they suggest. So this is that lens, the AF-S AFP Nikkor 70-300mm f4.5 to 5.6 ED VR. This one's $599.95 US, so that means $600 when you round off, and that's the MSRP. You know, when it comes to price, that's a decision that you should make on your own. I feel like no one should force you into doing anything. I cannot say much about the AF-S. I've never actually had it brand new, but I've actually had the AFP brand new. It's performed really well. It would be a smart choice if this lens was like $200 or $300 less than the AFP, but it isn't. It's actually just like maybe $100 because this is $499.95 and this is $599.95. When you round off, this is $600 and this is $500. That's $100. I feel like you could just wait. If it's up to you to get your own equipment, then I say it's $100, and it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. I cannot downplay it. It's a lot of money. $100 is a lot of money. But if you already have something you're using right now, I suggest wait a little bit longer, work with what you have right now, and then make that extra $100, and then you get the AFP, which is a bit more future-proof. So in terms of that, the price, the difference is not that big. I suggest you wait and add that extra $100 and then you get the AFP, my humble opinion. So I will say the image quality is so much better. It's like so much more superior. I've looked at the images since I got the AFP, I've noticed that the images are not as sharp, and I'm gonna be showing a few images that I took in comparison, and there's a huge difference between the images taken with the AFP and the AF-S. The quality is so much better on the AFP 70-300mm. It's so much more clearer. There's like a lot less noise, but there's different types of noise. I won't claim to know all of them, but there's noise that's related to color. So there's those tiny color things that I can't really explain with the AF-S, and I've just really noticed those like the moment I got the AFP. So in terms of image quality, in my opinion, especially, and like I said, I cannot really give a really sound judgment on the AF-S because I've never really owned it when it was brand new. From what I have right now in this current state, the AFP performs so much better in terms of image quality, and I do not think that when you're looking at the quality of the image, with the exception of sharpness and in focus shots, I don't think that that really qualifies as image quality. The quality of the image that I'm talking about is what the image looks like, the graphic content of the image, and with this I've seen a bit more noise, but the kind of noise that's related to color. There's tiny drops of color, and the AFP is so much more cleaner and it's so much more faster in terms of image capture. Now the quality that comes out of the AFP is much better. I do have more shots that are sharp and in focus than I do get with the AF-S and that I used to get with the AF-S. I did try to shoot a few portraits of a model that was walking towards me and towards the lens, and I did that with both lenses, and the AFP performed so much better. It got like more images in focus, and it got more images that were sharp. And when I shot the model walking towards me and the AFP, I got more shots that were, first of all, much better quality. They were more in focus and they were sharper. Sometimes you can get an image where the subject is in focus, but the image is not sharp. And that's what I get a lot with this 70-300 AF-S. I get many shots that are in focus, but they're not sharp. And that is a problem if you look at it that way. But then, like I said before, I've been exploring a little bit more in my photography, and I've been finding that I love images that sometimes are out of focus, and I like that for this lens, and I will keep using this lens for those purposes. I'll keep switching between the two, but if I want tack sharp images or in focus, I'm gonna use the AFP. I've used the vibration reduction and it's done well, although I don't really focus so much on it. And then when I realized, okay, I've done everything that I can, my settings are right, but the images are not sharp. That is when I start looking around on the lens and in the camera to find another solution. And then that's when I see the vibration reduction. And I would say the one on the AFP is more superior than the one on the AF-S. In conclusion, these are both great lenses. Honestly say that one is better than the other, but purely because, starting from a price point of view, the AF-S is basically $500 and then the AFP is $600. When you think about it in the long run, you're better off saving that extra $100 to get the AFP, because it's more future-proof and it's a better lens generally. The image quality is so much better, so much more superior. It's faster to focus, it's more silent. So if you're a wildlife photographer, you're better off with this lens because it does not distract your subject. I would suggest that you get the AFP 70-300mm lens. It is the more superior lens in my opinion. If getting the lens is your responsibility, and if you have something that you can use in the meantime, you should wait a little bit longer, save up a bit more money, and then you get the AFP. But if it's in somebody else's hands and they really do believe that $100 more is a lot more money than they can do, then go with the AF-S. It's a great lens. You can start with this, create all the work that you can. If you can sell a few images and sell your services, you might even be able to skip this and get a much better lens. I've enjoyed using both lenses. Currently having both of them and using both of them at the same time for the same project, I do believe that the AFP 70-300mm f4.5 to 5.6 ED VR is a much better lens. It's been much easier for me to use. Its focus is a lot faster, it's more silent. I don't believe you would go wrong. If these two are the only options that you have, then the AFP 70-300mm is the best choice for you to take. And that is my humble opinion, that is my suggestion to you. I really hope this video has been helpful to you, and I hope it helps you make your decision of which lens to get. Between these two, if you're a Nikon user, there's other lenses to look at from Canon and whatever if you have a different body. But if you're a Nikon user and these are what you're looking at, these are the lenses for you to consider at this price point or price range. These are the lenses to consider. 70-300 is a great focal range. It's helped me so much. Most of my work is with the 70-300, both wildlife, portraits, whatever. I do enjoy the more telezoom lenses as opposed to the wider lenses, and that is just the way it is for me. I do believe you will do really great work with either one of them, but if you can afford to spend $100 more, get the AFP 70-300mm f4.5 to 5.6 ED VR. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dennis Rosenberg, and be sure to check out my social media. Find me on Instagram, on my website www.chrisdennisrosenberg.com. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.